Well, people, it is Friday the 13th. Good evening. I am Friendship Pearson. Welcome to Friendship Blue. It is 10:46 in the PM, February 13th. Again, Friday the 13th. I stumbled upon something earlier tonight and I was debating, should I present it? Well, here it is. There was a Fox News special alert program. And I want you to see and hear something. Because this just might be the biggest clue in the Guthrie case. Will we find her on February 17th? Or will something big happen by then? Listen very carefully to what this gentleman said.
We want to bring in Morgan Wright, CEO and founder of the National Center for Open and Unsolved Cases and host of the Crime Reconstructed podcast, and Jack Jupin, retired supervisory special agent of the FBI Joint Terrorism Task Force, FBI SWAT team. He is the founder of Jupin International. Great to have both of you with us today. Thank you very much for joining me. So, Morgan, let me start with you, because I know that you said that there's data to be run on this backpack and potentially other items of interest that could, point in the direction of a name and a person. Explain how they can do that, how they get all that information.
Yeah, one of the things I did first is I scanned, I took a look how many stores there are in the Tucson area. There's 17, but what you do is you narrow it down behaviorally.
He said 17. Listen again.
Yeah, Martha, one of the things I did first is I scanned, I took a look how many stores there are in the Tucson area. There's 17, but what you do is you narrow it down behaviorally based upon the person, the suspect, the information. And so, but out of that,
He said 17 stores in Tucson. As soon as he said that, it made me think of the last 2 months since I've been decoding. You see, because the first thing that struck me was this is in the Blue family, and he's got on a purple tie. When you put it together, red and black is sacrifice. I couldn't shake that. But when I heard him say 17, I'm going to show you where my mind went. Many of you all know that Nancy Guthrie, they said initially on January 31st of 2026 at 9:45, she was dropped off. I said to you all that from 9:45 to 2 a.m., when they say that her heart monitor went out, that's exactly 4 hours and 15 minutes. Well, Abraham Lincoln died on 4/15. I brought that up a few days ago. Now, let's get into this 1/7. This 1/7. The videos I have brought to you guys so far on Friendship Blue, in relation to, there's a guy who said he has information as to who this person could be who kidnapped her. He asked for $67,000. And I took $67,000, divided it by 212, Abraham Lincoln's birthday yesterday. And he gave me 316. Those of you all who are Christian know John 3:16, Christ sacrificed for our sins. Is there a sacrifice coming? Now, I also looked at another one the same guy called TMZ, like the day before, and he said he wants $56,000 for information on Nancy Guthrie, that he would tell you the person who kidnapped her. Well, I took 56,000 and divided by her age, which is 84, and he gave me 666, which is the mark of the beast. Now today, Friday the 13th, lo and behold, after this guy said he would no longer email TMZ, well, he did. He told them he wanted $100,000. So what I did then, I took 100,000 and I divided it by 365 days in a year. And it gave me 274, like 274 AD, the sun god. Now people, I believe numbers speak. We have the sun god from Sol Invictus of Rome. We have 666, the mark of the beast. And we have 316, sacrifice and or salvation. When you put all this together, is it leading somewhere? The first, the second, then the third. Let's look at that order again. 666 first. Then 316 next. Now the sun god. Now let's go back. Benjamin Netanyahu met with Trump a few days ago at the White House, because we're going to get into this 1-7. This is big. Want to hear it again? I'll play it for you. I want it to resonate with you.
For open and unsolved cases and host of the Crime Reconstructed podcast, and Jack Jupin, retired supervisory special agent of the FBI's Joint Terrorism Task Force, FBI SWAT team. He is the founder of Jupin International. Great to have both of you with us today. Thank you very much for joining me. So, Morgan, let me start with you, because I know that you said that there's data to be run on this backpack and potentially other items of interest that could, point in the direction of a name and a person. Explain how they can do that, how they get all that information.
Yeah, Martha, one of the things I did first is I scanned, I took a look how many stores there are in the Tucson area. There's 17, but what you do is you narrow it down to...
There's 17 stores. Benjamin Netanyahu, his first meeting with Trump was on 2/4 of 2025. He just had another meeting 2/11 of 2026. That's exactly 1 year and 7 days. There's your 17. And this man is saying 17. Now let's move forward methodically. The 48th day of the year is February 17th. Why is 48 important? Is it possible we will find and solve this case on the 17th? But why is 48 important? Arizona became a part of the United States on February 14th, which is tomorrow, their birthday. But Arizona is the 48th state. Do you see it now? February 17th is the lunar god. Is this where we're going? February 17th is the lunar god. In 2026, February 17th marks the beginning of the Lunar New Year, also known as Chinese New Year of Spring Festival, which initiates the year of the fire horse. While February 17, 2026 is not typically called the Lunar God Day, it is the start of the 15-day celebration where the god of wealth is traditionally welcomed to bring prosperity and good fortune for the new year. Will this be the day she returns in relation to this God? And this is not fictitious to me. I believe we have gods out there. They're lowercase gods. Now look, Abraham Lincoln, he was hit on April 14th, but he later died on April 15th. April 14th, 2027, here's the day she might return, or they'll find her. The difference is 421. What is 421? That's the death date of Pope Francis. This 217 is big. Look, that's her birthday. God bless her, Nancy Guthrie, January 27th. Take her literal birthday from the lunar god day of February 17th. The difference is 84 like her age and 22. Remember, in iPet Goat 2, they have a cartoon of Barack Obama. He has a V in his head. He sweats it. The V is the 22nd letter of the alphabet. As he sweats it, the American flag splits in two, and the clock behind him is at midnight. Something dreadful is to occur. Everything behind him disintegrates. Remember, the flag shreds in two. America. So you have 84 and 22. Is she found on the 17th? Nancy Ellen Long is her real name. Nancy Ellen Long. Nancy Ellen Long, before she was Guthrie. Nancy Ellen Long, and her birthday, 1/27/1942, 107, 107, 107. There's your 17 in there. Isn't that amazing? And what do we have here? Another 107. Kamala Harris. That's her book, 107 Days She Had to Run for President. Is all this coincidence? We got key players that I believe are a part of this one world system coming. And I believe this moment speaks to it. I've done a few videos to show that Guthrie and Trump are tied. They're twined. Now look, here's Kamala Harris' birthday, October 20th, 1964. Take her birthday this year, minus the day that possibly Guthrie will be found. The difference is 84, just like her age. And remember, Barack Obama was born August 4th. Here's Trump's birthday, June 14th. June 14th, 2025, last year. Here's the day that Guthrie might be found. The difference is 84 again. Amazing, isn't it? And what is this? JFK, the day he was slain, he was in a Lincoln Continental. A Lincoln Continental. And I already let you know that from 9:45, Miss Guthrie was dropped off to 2 o'clock in the morning. It's 4:15. That's Lincoln's death date. So now we have Abraham Lincoln, a Lincoln Continental that JFK was unalived in. But this is his license plate. G is 7. G is the 7th letter of the alphabet. So that's 773. 7, 14, and 3 is 17. There's your 17 again. It's future past, people, or is it coincidence? Now look, here's JFK's birthday, 1917. And here's his birthday again, May 29th, 2026, this year, from the day that we could very well solve this kidnapping. The difference is 316. There's your 316 again. Just like here, 316. And not only do you have JFK born in 1917, 1-7, Trump became president in 2017, 1-7. Now let's go a little bit further, then we're done. April 5th, 2026 is Easter. Easter. We recognize and celebrate our Savior, Jesus Christ. April 5th, like 45 Trump. But look, here's your 217, the day that possibly Nancy Guthrie case will be solved. And here's Easter, 4/5/2026. It's exactly 47 days like Trump. What are the odds? What I am suggesting to you all, it appears to me the powers could very well acknowledge these gods, these lunar gods, these lunar gods. If you remember a few years ago, there was a lunar festival. I did a few videos on it on my last channel. If I can remember, it was an Asian guy, he snapped. And there were people at a dance hall. And I decoded it, but maybe I should digress, but let me see if I can take a stab at it. Lunar massacre in California. I believe it was in California. Here it is. Here it is. Thank God. It was January 21st, 2023 in Monterey Park, California, where a gunman killed 11 people and wounded 9 others at a dance studio. See, dance studio. I remember covering this thing. It was during a lunar celebration. See, Lunar New Year. So what I'm trying to tell you, I've been covering this stuff for over 50-something years, people. And I'm telling you, I know it like the back of my hand. These gods are serious. And I believe the powers, they do things in relation to it. Here's your key word, park. Want to know about this park? I'll show you what park. Park. P-A-R-K. Park is 46 and 19. JFK, George Floyd, and George Orwell all died at 46 years old. C-H-A-O-S. Chaos is 19. And so is 46 for chaos. Am I predicting it? I'm following what they're telling us in the numbers. $67,000 for information, divided by Lincoln's birthday, give you sacrifice 316. $56,000 for information, divided by 84, her age, gave you 666. $100,000 today for information, divided by how many days in a year, 365, gave you the sun god. I'm following what they're speaking. They're telling us, people. And because I have seen the trend of the 1 and the 7, I am not going to dismiss what I know. It is very well possible that on 1/7, this case will be cracked. I am Friendship Pearson. God bless you. and good night.